Hello?
Ask anyone who's ever worked in a hospital. I guarantee you they have stories.
There's nobody here. Relax. It's okay.
It felt that you're just not alone. That there's just something else there.
I feel these hands on my back and they push me.
I could have been burned alive.
Leave me alone!
This girl is freaking out. What are we supposed to do?
I can't get myself to stop shaking. My heart will not calm down.
That experience was the apex of all fear that I've ever experienced in my life.
During daylight hours, hospitals are busy hives of activity. But late at night, it's a different story.
At nighttime, especially during graveyard shift, the hospital is entirely dead. Lighting is extremely dim, maybe at about 20%. No movement, no activity.
To pay his way through university, Amit Ahluwalia takes a part-time job as a night shift janitor in a big city hospital.
I was 19 years old when I started being a janitor. Being a part-timer meant that I had to work shifts that no one else wanted. And about 98% of the time, they were graveyard shifts.
Good job, kid.
Thanks.
Done here, eh?
Yeah.
Let me show you the kitchen.
Okay.
So, I gotta do all this myself?
That's why you get paid the big bucks. Just be careful in here.
What do you mean?
The individual who was training me actually warned me. If you're ever working nights, just be careful. There's things that happen.
You can believe it if you want.
I was polite, I just nodded my head and thanked him, but deep down inside, I thought he was absolutely crazy. I never believed in the paranormal. My parents didn't believe in this. I was a product of mainstream education. If science says it doesn't exist, then hey, it doesn't exist. It was my first solo shift at the hospital, alone. It's about 3 a.m. and I was almost done mopping the cafeteria kitchen. As I went to put my mop back in the bucket, it wasn't there, but it was there a moment ago. At first, I had a moment of confusion. It's 3 a.m., it's late. The immediate reaction is to dismiss it. It was actually in a corner. I have no idea how it got there, but it was there. I just went over to pick up the mop bucket. and now the mop was gone. What comes next is rationalization. I'm tired. I'm hungry. I imagined the entire thing. This is not happening. I had no idea what was coming. The next experience was when things got extremely real and extremely physical. My second shift was on a Saturday, and I was in charge of cleaning the exact same area. I remember seeing a pen flying as if someone or something had thrown it at me with the intent of striking me in the face. I immediately tried to scan the kitchen, only to find that, hey, I'm the only person here. And that's when I smelled something. It was cologne, men's cologne.
Hello? Hello?
The entire site is locked, it's secured. The only explanation is that someone was in the same room as me. The network of pots and pans started to move, bang against each other as if like a wind or a force was pushing it. I was beginning to question my own sanity. What the hell was going on? As I'm trying to make sense of everything, in my right ear, I hear a whisper.
Who's there?
The second I heard the whisper, again, knee-jerk reaction, you're looking all around, to your right, to your left. You could have heard it here, maybe it originated from another spot.
Hello? Who's there?
It's a secured environment, especially at night. I was the only person there. At this point, I was legitimately scared. I dropped everything and I got out of there. I've never been that terrified in my entire life.
One very interesting aspect about Amit's experience is that it always seemed to happen between the hours of 2 a.m. and 3 a.m. They're almost prankster-ish in nature, little jabs and digs. And then things get worse.
As much as I wanted to quit, I didn't quit. I needed the money. I was a student at the time, and this affects my whole life. I had no choice but to tough it out. It's now 2 a.m. I'm expecting stuff to happen now. I'm on guard, I'm prepared. Nothing happened. And the next 2 nights, nothing, not a peep. It was just me. I felt more comfortable being in that environment. I wasn't on guard or on edge.
But Amit's sense of security is short-lived.
My mop bucket started moving, going missing. I thought I was being misplaced, but no, absolutely not. Because of the state of fear I was in, it's as if I was watching something unfold in front of me, frame by frame, second by second. I was petrified. And now to make things worse, the whispering returned, louder and angrier. You'd feel the intent behind it, and the message said, just get out of this place. That was the scariest moment of my life.
Despite his fear, Amit shows up for his next shift.
I'm the son of immigrant parents who wanted me to become a doctor, lawyer, or engineer. As terrifying as all this was, I was absolutely driven to work in a place that I really didn't want to be in. Because I needed the money. And it's just amazing the types of things that we can do for money.
The things that you warned me about?
Can't say I didn't warn you. If it makes you feel any better, you're not the only one.
I learned that what had happened to me, it was happening to other people as well. It wasn't just me. The janitorial department of that hospital had such a high rate of turnover. Every week or 2 weeks, people would just abruptly quit without giving a reason.
There was this guy, worked in the kitchen for years. When they finally made him head chef, started acting like he owned the place.
I was told that the hospital chef, he was a guy who was extremely territorial of all aspects of the kitchen.
Treated people horribly, always getting in arguments, throwing things at people.
One day, after getting into a fight with one of the managers or directors, he drank himself to death.
That's who's here.
It wasn't just a sigh of relief for me or validation. It was, oh my God, I'm not alone in this. There was a degree of relief, an even greater degree of, hey, I'm not crazy, which is always good.
In some cases, spirits can be territorial. Amit was coming in to the chef's kitchen. The spirit of the chef took this personally, and when Amit didn't take his first hints, he decided to up his game.
At one point in my shift, I had misplaced my sprayer bottle. I was looking all over for it, only to see my sprayer bottle was on a stove. And I can tell you right now, as a flammable liquid, I don't care how tired I am, there's no way I would leave something flammable on a stove. The spray bottle was meant to get my attention. Burners started turning on. Flames getting as high as 30, 40 centimeters. This thing lit a goddamn fire. I could have been burned alive. And that's when one of these sharp chef knives was chucked at me. In this moment, I thought maybe I'm going to die. That was it for me. That's when I hightailed it out of there. That experience was the apex of all fear that I've ever experienced in my life. Nothing's ever come close. Ask anyone who's ever worked in a hospital. I guarantee you they have stories. They have had experiences. I absolutely believe that something is out there. You can call it ghosts, spirits, entities, poltergeists, whatever. But there is something that exists that science can't explain.
It's 2018. Home care worker Sabrina Coulon
Peggy?
is about to start a new assignment.
I am a hospice home care worker. Hospice home care is people who are in their final stages of life, getting ready to pass, and they want to be home instead of in the hospital. I had started a new client.
Hey, Peggy. You okay?
She had Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. Her daughter wanted to go on vacation, and she had asked me if I could stay with her mother around the clock for the 2 weeks that she was gone.
I'm Sabrina, your home care worker.
Oh, Sabrina, yes. Hi, honey. How are you?
I'm fine. Yeah, I'm gonna be staying with you for a little while.
That would be so lovely.
Oh, good.
Thank you.
She was great. She was full of life. She would tell me all kinds of stories because she used to travel all the time.
Good to see you, honey.
One night, I was just making her something very simple. She just wanted some soup. She wasn't having great days anymore. She was kind of sitting in the chair a lot and sleeping a lot.
Peggy, do you have a story for me today?
You could kind of feel that things started getting a little heavy in the house. I hear a door slam. I darted over to the living room where my client was. And she was still sitting in her recliner. I heard something very weird above me. So I go in the bedroom that I'm staying in. There's nobody there. There was no explanation for it. It really spooked me.
It's okay. There's nobody here.
Now I'm talking to myself to try to calm myself down. There's nobody here. Relax. It's okay. The temperature in the room just dropped. It was ice cold in there. I could see my breath. And I'm cooking over a hot stove. It scared me.
The first indication that something isn't right with Sabrina's new workplace is the temperature change. This is not unusual in cases of paranormal activity, and some have theorized that what's happening here is the heat energy from the air is being leached out and is being converted into some different form of energy, and the spirits are going to use that energy in order to manifest.
Then my hair got pulled, and it was enough to jolt my head back. I turn around, and there's nobody there.
What the hell?
And there is no way my client made it to me from the recliner to the kitchen.
I swear I turned that off.
I feel these hands on my back and they push me against the stove. It was so hard and with such force, there was no stopping myself from hitting the stove. I burned my hand. And then I turn around. What is this thing standing in front of me, so close to my face? This is what just pushed me into the stove. It was dark and it was evil and I was terrified of it. The feeling that I had was fear and intimidation. It did not want me there because it was trying to hurt me. I need to get out of this house.
Sabrina quickly bandages her hand and flees the house.
I can't get myself to stop shaking. My heart will not calm down. I can't even process what I just went through. I believe in ghosts. I am not intimidated by them. But this one was different. I really felt like this spirit was just trying to kill me.
The attack that Sabrina has just suffered is very unusual in the paranormal realm. Pushing someone takes a great deal of energy to manifest, and that tells us that in this case, it is a very strong entity indeed. Because it is so intense, because it is so violent, this entity clearly means her harm. And it could be a sign that there are worse things still to come.
I still have a job to do. I have to get back inside to my client. I can't leave her inside with this spirit. She's this fragile woman, and she is sick as it is. And if this spirit can do this to me, what can that spirit do to her?
Peggy. Peggy, hi. We're gonna get you to bed, okay? Yeah, it's bedtime. Yeah, oh, there we go. Yeah. All right. Good night, Peggy.
I kept looking over my shoulder. It felt like someone was, staring at me. In the window. I can tell that it's an older woman. She has a very slender face. She had white hair, and she had these dark, piercing eyes. I couldn't help but stare at them, because when I say that they were black, I mean black as night. They were deep and dark, and they just pierced right through you. And then she's out of the window. She's completely gone. It was not okay. It was not okay at all. I am scared. I know she has already physically pushed me. She's already pulled at my hair. I know that she doesn't want me in that house. I am terrified of what the rest of the night is gonna have. I'm just mentally exhausted. I just want to forget everything that's going on. I don't want to deal with this anymore. I just want to go to sleep. The living room I could keep very well lit. I felt like being somewhere that I could light up with lights was the safer of my option than being in a closed bedroom. I was so wrong. I felt his hands on my shoulder. I could feel the fingers digging into my shoulders, and I could feel something pushing my knees down. I can't move at all. I can't even breathe. Thinking about it now, my hands are sweating, my heart is racing. I'm scared. I am scared just having to relive this. It may have been less than a minute. I'm not even sure at this point. I've pretty much lost concept of time because it's like the whole world is just standing still. I start feeling her grip off of me. I rolled onto the floor and crawled across the floor as fast as I could to get away from her. And she's following me, screaming at me to get out. I don't want you in here. Get out. Now I'm getting out of this house. I'm not staying in this house.
Get out!
I don't even have a good concept or recollection of how I got outside. I remember hearing laughing. You could tell this spirit just enjoyed the fear. She lived off of making me terrified. She was laughing. She thought it was funny. Now I'm mad. I'm mad that she got me to the point where I'm outside at nighttime, scared like I'm a child. I'm going in this house and I'm gonna remove this spirit. I have all of my focus removing her from the house. I can feel her.
I am removing you from this place now.
She's whispering in front of me, behind me. trying to distract me so that I can't do this to her. I completely focused on removing her and her spirit from this house.
I am removing you from this place now! Go back where you belong!
I'm able to get her out of the house. I just felt so relieved.
Come on, Peggy. Won't you try just a little bit?
My client stopped responding, stopped eating, stopped talking. Everything changed after this night. She passed within 2 days. And I actually told her daughter what had happened.
There was some stuff going on. You won't believe me. I'll sound absolutely insane, but I swear to God it's true.
And I had explained what the lady looked like and the face when I had saw her.
And she was just horrible, and I don't know who she...
Sabrina, I'm sorry.
And she says, "You're not gonna believe this."
This is so hard.
That's her sister. Her sister was the meanest, nastiest woman you'd ever want to meet. And her whole life, she spent torturing my mother until the day she died. I have definitely been put more on guard when it comes to the spirit world. I definitely think I underestimated the spirit world before I met this lady. I feel like this whole experience changed my life. Because I had such a passion for working with people in hospice. I loved being there for them in their final moments. And that's taken away from me because I'll never do it again. When you realize that spirit can take something from you and your own life from you so quickly, it changes everything. Everything. It makes you value life.
It's 2007 in a small Canadian city. Brenda Gansky is working as a data analyst at a local hospital.
To make decisions that are best for our patients, you have to have data. And my job is to collect it and analyze it to help people make those decisions that they need to make.
Caffeine?
Yes. You just walk in and right from there, your day is just flying.
So I see they got you chained at the desk again.
You have no breaks. There's no time to get a coffee.
Thank you so much.
It's a very small, quaint, rural facility in a small town. And the staff there, I can't say enough about these people. It's definitely a family atmosphere. I've worked in big, I've worked in small, and this place has my heart. But I don't think there was a moment from the second I walked in that I didn't know that there was something else going on in that place. It felt that you're just not alone, that there's just something else there. It's almost like you can physically reach out and touch it. Strange things would happen there. I would leave things a certain way. You come back, guaranteed something's going to be moved in a place that doesn't make logical sense for it to get there.
One day, Brenda finds that the hospital is even stranger than she thought.
I started walking up the back stairwell to go towards the unit that I was, collect my stuff, and I could go home for the day. As soon as I opened the door, quiet. You could hear a pin drop. And then all of a sudden, I could hear something. It sounded like kids giggling, playing. And I'm like, that doesn't make much sense because the upper floor was where offices were and the day clinics, and nobody should be there. I was completely scared. It really sounded like they were everywhere around me. I'm a very logical person. I'm hearing a kid, it must be a child. There's got to be somebody hiding up here. Probably hiding behind a door. I felt panic. Locked, 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 locked. Locked, 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 locked. It is like they're just playing with me. It made me freak out. There was nobody there. I have no idea what's happening.
Shaken by her experience, Brenda looks for answers.
I see the charge nurse who was on.
Can I ask you a question? I was getting my stuff and I heard it was like a kid was there.
Yeah, welcome to the hospital.
What do you mean?
She told me that the second floor actually used to be a children's wing. And they regularly on nights hear kids running up and down those hallways playing. She says, it's just a rite of passage. You're now part of us. You heard the kids.
One of the first things that Brenda reported was hearing kids running around, hearing footsteps and laughing. And when we get hospitals that used to have some sort of pediatric ICU or pediatric ward, then sometimes we'll get this phenomenon of kids running around, and it's simply the residual energy. It's imprinting on the environment. It's not the ghosts of dead children, but rather the imprint or record of these kids running around the building.
And then something else happened to me. It was so strange. I would put charts in the chart rack and they would come out. In the beginning, I thought it was me. Maybe I'm just shoving them in wrong. Maybe I'm not paying attention.
Is somebody here?
And then all of a sudden, you see it pop out and then fly out. These things are coming towards your face. I was freaking out.
Stop it! Stop it!
Whatever that energy is trying to get my attention. I found if you would talk to them and address them in that way, it would stopped quite immediately. And that is truly what I felt was happening. There's just something else there. One day, I see something else going on in that place. There's a man there. You see him from the waist up only. The lower body is transparent. And he's almost semi-transparent. But you can clearly see he's wearing an older style white shirt with suspenders. And he's wearing an older style hat, kind of like from the 20s or 30s. And by the time he hit the end of the hallway, he's gone. I was freaking out.
And it was half of him.
Yeah, no legs?
Yes, how do you know?
Yeah, well, a lot of people have seen him.
It gave me a lot of relief knowing that what I had seen and experienced, other people had. It wasn't a secret, and that, honestly, I'm not crazy.
Leave me alone! Leave me alone!
Brenda and her colleague hear the frightened voice of a young patient.
Leave me alone! Why are you staring at me? Please just leave me alone! Leave me alone!
It's okay.
Look, he's right there.
You're dreaming.
No.
There's nobody there. There's
No, he's
nothing
there. He's right
There's
there.
nothing there.
No,
it's okay.
he's there.
It's okay.
There's this 13-year-old girl, petrified, pale, standing on the bed, in the gown.
There's nothing there.
She's screaming. Oh my God, he's in there, he's staring at me. This girl is freaking out. What are we supposed to do?
Tell him to go away.
Go away!
Tell him again.
Go away! Go away! Please!
Thank you.
If somebody's scaring you, it doesn't matter if he's a ghost or a person. You give him your limits and you say, no, this is not okay. You go. I think that most people who work in healthcare, especially when you work in an area that could have a lot of death in it, who all obviously have seen these things, they are believers not only in the afterlife, but ghosts. If you're looking at the theory behind ghosts, where they end up being is where there was trauma or an emotional experience. And that's a hospital. That's not a graveyard. That's a hospital.
Somebody help me!
I felt like I was losing her. And that's when all the paranormal things started to happen.
There was nobody else in the building. And I noticed this growl. There was a lot more to come.
Daddy.
Do you see him now?
I'm seeing what she was seeing.
Did you just do that?
This cold chill going down my body. It really challenges your core beliefs.
I was paralyzed.
I thought I knew what fear was, but I didn't.
It's 2002 in this Midwest U.S. city. Mikey Thompson, a registered nurse, is just finishing his shift in the ER.
Hey, how's it going, man? How you feeling?
Pretty good. I had a bit of blurriness in the side when I woke up.
We meet people on the worst day of their lives, and I have moments to get to know them and to earn their trust.
Pretty easy, right? It's a pretty simple procedure. Everything's good. You can still see everything's out.
What drives me is getting them through that, hopefully having a positive outcome, and then sending them back home to their normal lives.
Good stuff. Good. Good to hear.
I love it. I'm kind of where I need to be.
Good to see you.
But Mikey never imagined that the hospital he works at
Help me!
Anita Gurney!
would be the source of the darkest time of his life.
So that morning, my uncle was there to help me work on the house that we just bought.
Just gonna go up front for a few minutes. You okay right here? Okay, I'll be right back.
My uncle set up some closet doors that we had taken down to paint. He asked me if I could help him reposition a couple of the doors real quick so he could continue painting the other side. We set up a couple more doors, flipped them around, and I said, all right, I'm gonna go back in and check on my daughter.
Jelena? Jelena? Where'd she go? Jelena!
I saw the doors to the back were open. And at that moment, I knew.
Jelena! No! Jelena!
And she was floating face down in the deep end. I really practiced this, and I thought I would be okay. I'm sorry.
No!
I reached down into the pool, and I grabbed her by the dress, and I pulled her up out of the water. She was gray. She had the most beautiful strawberry blonde hair, and her hair, even the color of her hair, was dull. Took her, and I started doing mouth-to-mouth and compressions. And there was so much water coming out of her tiny body. I to this day, I don't know how she had so much water in it. It was in my mouth, and it just kept coming out, and I kept breathing, and I kept pushing and doing compressions. I just wanted that water out. I couldn't wait for an ambulance. I drove her to the hospital where I worked. I was holding her in my arm, driving with my knees, and I was breathing for her while I was driving.
Help me! Somebody help me! Somebody help me, she's not breathing! Please!
God, Mikey!
Please, she's not breathing! She's not breathing! Somebody help! Please help me!
They all know it's me. They know it's my daughter.
Please help me, she's not breathing. Help her.
DOA.
The doctor said she's dead on arrival.
Oh my God, Mikey! No!
Jelena!
I saw nothing but white, brilliant white. I could see my daughter in this white walking away from me. I was screaming her name because I wanted her to turn around and come back to me. I felt like I was losing her. I kept fighting for her because I believed that there was a chance that we will get her back. She finally turned around and looked at me.
I need a gurney. Okay.
And that's when I came back up, opened my eyes.
We're gonna do everything we can, okay? Okay. All right, ready? 1, 2, okay.
I couldn't get it together.
Let's go. Come on.
Took off down the hallway to go get started on, trying to revive her. All of these people had to interview me.
I don't know,
and ask me what happened to determine whether or not, it was negligence. I don't care about their questions, though, at this point, because I'm waiting. She's still dead. And the door flew open, and the doctor came out.
We have a pulse, Mikey. Come on.
We determined, based on the events, that she had no pulse, no respirations, nothing for approximately 26 minutes. I knew that without oxygen to the brain and the major organs so long, that I was just going to bring home the shell of who my daughter was. I was rubbing the palm of her hand, and I was just coaxing her and talking to her.
Hey, Jelena, you made it.
And she went like this and grabbed it. And I knew right then that she was going to be okay. That was my sign. I knew it was going to take time because of everything she had gone through, but she was going to ultimately be okay.
Mikey soon learns that it is not only his daughter that has come home from the hospital.
Shortly after we had got her home, I started noticing things immediately. She was different. She made it to the entryway.
Hey, you okay?
And she stood there frozen at the front door. There were noticeably different things about her demeanor. And that's when all the paranormal things started to happen.
You okay?
Definitely not as playful as she was. Kind of lethargic. And I went to bed. I had night terrors. We had a funeral, and we had buried her. I could hear her screaming in the middle of the night. In a panic, I jumped out of bed.
Daddy!
I thought she was having a bad dream, or I didn't know what was going on.
Hey, Jelena, you okay? Good, I'm here.
and she was shaking uncontrollably, almost like she was febrile, like she had a fever, and your body's just shaking. You can't stop it.
It's okay. It's okay, I got you. Nothing's gonna happen. It's okay, I'm here. Everything's fine. Okay?
I was holding her and trying to calm her down and console her, but I could feel almost as if someone was standing next to me that wasn't there. I could feel the presence of someone there. The air got thicker. It was heavy in the room, but it was empty.
Go away!
Generally, children are more attuned to the paranormal. They still believe in the magical world. They still believe in fairies and dragons and those kind of things. We haven't yet taught them how not to believe. And I believe that that, in turn, makes them more attuned to the presence of the paranormal.
Everything's fine. Okay?
That's all I could do to comfort her was just to hold on to her so that she knew I was there. This went on with the night terrors almost nightly.
Everything's fine.
And the waking up screaming and unconsolable shaking.
The night continues to bring horrors to Mikey as well.
I was reliving the whole event over and over again. I woke up drenched in sweat every night for me.
And now the day offers little protection from the darkness growing in their home.
I woke up one morning because I thought I'd heard the door.
Did you close the door?
It's very common that when somebody has recently died to experience the sound of voices, the sound of laughter in places where nobody should be. And doors may begin to open and close themselves. And this is what Michael and his family begin to experience in their home.
We could hear footsteps coming up the stairs to our bedroom.
Julie, is that you?
I heard someone talking, and I thought it was Julie, and there was no one there.
That wasn't Mommy.
What do you mean it wasn't Mommy?
It was Little Man.
I didn't know what to think because there was nothing there. What is going on in our house? What is happening? This has all started happening since we brought Jelena home from the hospital.
I think we just need to give it some time.
This can't go on. She's terrified.
I believe in the paranormal. I've had, experiences myself as a child that were unexplained. So I've always believed in something else, especially with everything that was happening to my daughter.
I mean, there has to be something that we can do. What?
You're scaring me. Go away.
Jelena? Jelena?
You're scaring me.
What's wrong? You okay? Jelena, what's wrong?
And she's not looking at me. She's looking in the corner of the living room.
Go away where you used to come from. I don't like you.
Jelena?
I hate you.
What's going on? Hey, Jelena, who are you talking to?
I asked her what What are you hearing? What are you seeing? What is scaring you?
The little man.
So at that moment, we knew that she was seeing something that we could not see. She's seeing something that's causing her to be horrified.
He's coming.
Is he gone?
I think so.
Selena, it's okay.
And as a father, I went into protection mode. I wanted to find out what this is and fix it or get rid of it. But first, I had to comfort her. We sat down in the chair and I felt so guilty because I couldn't do anything. I didn't know what to do.
Daddy.
Do you see him now?
Little man.
At that moment in that chair, I'm seeing what she was seeing. I was paralyzed, literally, with fear. I was able to get up out of the chair and I ran upstairs to the room with her and we stayed the rest of the night in the room.
So little man is attached to Jelena, not to the house, not to Mikey, but to the little girl specifically. This was, for want of a better term, a kind of paranormal parasite, something that was looking to latch on to a human host and would then feed from it, would then leech its energy. And it saw the perfect target and the perfect opportunity in Jelena.
When I was at the hospital, I could see her walking away. I felt like she was somewhere else already, and I was trying to call her back from that place. And I've always felt like it may have been during that time that something else attached itself to her and came back with her from the hospital.
It was opportunistic. It saw an opportunity to latch on to someone that was a doorway into our plane of existence, and it took it.
I was angry. I was angry that little man is still lingering. He's still affecting her, and I wanted him gone.
The following night, Mikey takes matters into his own hands.
It's time to get rid of the little man. Are you ready to get rid of him? Is he here? It's this way.
And I, again, could see what she was seeing.
Be careful, Daddy.
It was just a mass of black, negative energy. Like I've got to physically get rid of little man. Let's go. Let's go. And then I held on to him and I grabbed her hand and we marched down the hallway to the bathroom. The only thing I could come up with was to grab that and ball it up and hold it so that it couldn't escape.
You're gonna have to flush.
So we're gonna flush him away.
Go away!
She was now empowered and helping me help get rid of him for her forever. She was involved in this. she was strong, and she was angry too, and she was ready to get rid of him for good.
What Michael does by taking little man and his daughter hand in hand to the bathroom and then having her specifically flush little man down the toilet, what he's doing and what Jelena is doing is expressing the intent to be rid of this thing that has been on her back. It's breaking that attachment and getting it out of their house.
She was a different little girl.
That's it. That's pretty great, right? That's realistic.
Daddy.
What? Come on.
She was confident. She was happy. There was a positive change in her, and I felt that change. And for me, I knew right then that we did it. We got rid of whatever little man was, and she's going to be okay. And I felt like a success as a father, trying to help my child who was suffering, going through something like that. It was a victory. It was a big win. Jelena is now a happy 19-year-old student. The things that haunted her as a child are no longer there.
Daddy, I'm scared.
I know that there are unexplainable things out there. Paranormal events happening all the time, whether it's visual, audible, we're hearing things, we're seeing things, we're feeling things. They're out there and they're real.
It's 2013 in Baltimore, Maryland. Richard LaRocco works at a hospital with an on-site optometry office.
We help people that basically have very impaired vision. We pre-test them and we get them ready for the doctor.
Tell me what you see.
I've always really wanted to help people and try to give them the best vision that they can. There's so many issues that we have to deal with and diagnose and treat every single day. One night, I was closing. There was nobody else in the office. I was the only one. I noticed this almost kind of like negative presence behind me. It was quite alarming. I looked around. There was nobody there.
Hello? Is anybody here?
I thought maybe I was having a bad day. Maybe something was off with me. The employee restroom, the light turned on. That wasn't me. How could this light go on? The lights are set on a motion sensor. A person has to walk in and leave for the lights to turn on and turn off.
Hello? Anyone in here?
How could this light go on and off? Nobody's in there. I'm the only person in the office. That was what was really horrifying at that moment. I wish the lights was just the end of it, but I was wrong. There was a lot more to come. I walk into the file room to grab a patient's chart. And I notice this almost undertone growl over behind my right ear. I can't even put into words. I'm reliving and I'm getting goosebumps right now. It's telling me, don't be here. Get out.
Lord, please protect me. Please protect me, Lord, please.
Being raised Catholic, the first thing that you do when you're scared is you always pray. I remember praying, saying, please protect me. Whatever's trying to harm me, whatever's with me, whatever's trying to scare me, just please stop it. Please stop it. I remember going to work the next day.
Hey, Richard, everything okay?
Yeah, I'm all right, Barb. Thanks for asking.
I was just absolutely exhausted, drained, mentally, trying to figure out what's going on. In the back, we have a kids section that has kids' glasses, and we decorated for the kids. And there's this little girl's purse. All of a sudden, this purse flies off the shelf and just drops.
Did you just do that?
My coworker says it must have just fell. It must have been the air conditioning, trying to justify and rationalize in her mind how this could have just happened. So she picked it up, put it back on the shelf. The purse flies off again, lands in the exact same spot. Just this cold chill going down my body. That internal alarm saying something is not right. I need some fresh air. What else is going to happen if I sit here?
I gotta get out of here.
What Richard's experiencing here seems like a classic case of poltergeist activity. Poltergeist activity is pretty uncommon, and it's usually quite spectacular. Classic examples of this are objects being flung from shelves.
After collecting himself, Richard heads back inside and confides in his coworker, who reveals the hospital is built on a former graveyard.
Richard's place of employment is built on top of an old burial ground. And yes, it might seem like a cliche, but the truth of the matter is that locations built on top of human remains are more haunted than places that aren't. There are many examples of this throughout the literature of paranormal research.
I was not prepared for what was to come. I leave for the night. I get a sense of relief, almost like the heaviness is lifting.
Please take care of Mom and Dad and Claire.
I remember going to bed, and I remember praying.
Amen.
And I go to sleep with a little sense of peace. That was very short-lived.
What was that?
I have no idea.
So as I'm walking down my hallway, I just remember hearing this sound of chum, 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 chum. It's the sound of the dryer spinning. So I went to the dryer and I noticed the setting set at 0. But yet the dryer is still going. To the fuse box, and I shut the fuse to that area. And the dryer stops. There was something in the dryer. This is impossible. There's no possible way this can happen. Did I do this? Am I bringing something home? What's going on? And all of a sudden I heard this growl. I'm trying to rationalize it and wrap my mind around it.
Growls don't generally come from human spirits, so we are looking at something that is non-human in nature, and almost certainly something aggressive.
Fear, not knowing what's going to happen next. I had a little table set up for praying, and I remember having beautiful flowers and a candle. I had set a prayer card of Archangel Michael right there. I thought I knew what fear was, but I didn't. In this moment, I just started to question my own faith. This was truly terrifying. I've never been that horrified in my life. It was right here, and the energy behind me, it was almost like somebody was right up against me. And I realized what was occurring in my office came with me home. And it's now starting to terrorize me in my own home.
Non-human entity is something that has not walked the earth in human form. This isn't the spirit of a once living person that has passed on into the next realm. This is more the psychic equivalent of sharks, tigers, and sometimes other predatory animals.
I remember going to work the next day. It was actually kind of relaxing and calm. I really didn't sense the energy. I didn't sense any heaviness. And I remember saying, maybe it's gone. Maybe it's over. Maybe I'm free. And then I got a call.
Richard.
Hey, hon, everything...
I'm so scared.
Why, what's happening?
Richard, you're not going to believe this. Oh my God, Richard.
It was my wife. And I pick up the call and I said, "Hi, honey, how you doing?" She says, "You have to come home immediately." And I said, "Well, why?" She says, "Well, a decorative glass vase we had shattered into hundreds of pieces for no apparent reason." She says, "You have to come home right now." She says, "I'm scared."
Richard, I need you.
Just stay calm, honey, okay? Right, I'm on my way, baby, okay?
I couldn't get home fast enough. I remember looking at her,
What happened?
I don't know what happened.
and it was almost like she was in a state of panic. It shook her inside so much. I try to calm my wife down, and also myself, because again, now I'm scared.
I promise it'll be all right. It'll be all right, honey. It's gonna be all right, hon. All right, hon? I promise we're gonna make it through this.
Richard, what's wrong?
So as I sat there, I noticed this just sharp pain.
What's happening?
I looked down. 3 deep scratches on my arm. And it was very painful. It was almost like you got stung by a bee. And the burning and the intensity hurt so much.
Richard, what is happening?
The feelings I'm going through, it's now almost testing my faith. It really challenges your core beliefs.
Saint Michael, the Archangel, defend us in battle. Protect us from the
So I closed my eyes and I started praying.
May God rebuke
for protection. And as I sat with the burning and the pain and trying to figure out what was going on, it was gone. No pain, no marks, no burning. And we looked at each other like, what is going on? What just happened?
It's here now.
Richard, what do you see?
I noticed down the hallway that there was almost like this flickering of light, almost like kind of like a fire. The flames were coming up and shooting up, and they were going up the wall. So I took the flowers and I poured the water to extinguish the fire. I noticed that the cloth that was on the table was not damaged. The candle itself, the glass was black, but that was it.
Richard, look.
This prayer card of Archangel Michael, that was the only thing that was damaged. I prayed to Archangel Michael, and now it melted his card.
What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do now?
The most alarming aspect of Richard's experience is when he finds fire. Now, spontaneous fire starting is a classic type of poltergeist activity. So this appears to be a very specifically targeted attack against Richard. It seems very personal.
I truly understand what the word haunted means because I'm living it every moment of my life. My work, my home. I can't even get sleep. I'm haunted at every moment.
At their wits' end, Richard and his wife sell their home and move.
It seemed like making these big, life-changing decisions and choices almost freed us from this negative energy. Going to another location and leaving our home, that fear started going away. And it's almost like we recaptured our lives back. We had control of what we once lost control of. With everything that occurred and everything that I went through, and the fear and the sense of hopelessness, the sense of my faith is letting me down, I realized the only thing I can do for myself is make a commitment. And that commitment was to become an ordained minister. I am now a full-time reverend. This is the most fulfilling thing I could ever do in my life. It gives me the opportunity to work my soul's purpose and my journey and help others on such a deep level. I believe all of this was connected to the people in that graveyard, that they didn't want any of this connected to their resting places. You were disrupting us. Now we're gonna disrupt you. You're not gonna rest because we can't rest. Becoming a minister was truly the best decision I ever made in my life. It regained faith, gave me hope, gave me peace, gave me clarity on my spiritual journey, but also gave me the level of confidence and awareness that I would never be victim again. That I could stand in my power and protect myself from whatever comes my way.
It looked like an older woman that was standing there next to her.
I see this figure. Half of his face was burnt off.
I'm seeing shadows.
Help me!
Now I'm starting to get scared.
The whole house is on fire.
It looked like somebody pushed her.
It's either fight or flight, and I was ready to fight.
Things were about to get worse.
It was the summer of 1999. I was working as an EMT. All of my aunts were nurses, so it was just something that I wanted to do, following footsteps.
EMT Riley Black and her partner Mike arrive at a hospital for a routine patient transfer.
It was third shift, so it was around 12:30 in the morning, 1 o'clock in the morning. This was a simple transport call. I was picking up a female patient. She was in her 80s. All we had to do was to take the patient down to hospice, which was only about maybe 15 miles down the road.
Hello? Anybody here?
There was a vibe. You just felt it the moment that you walked in. It's like hair on the back of your neck would stand up. You were like getting a little shiver here and there, you know, like, oof, we shouldn't be in here.
There's usually someone at the desk waiting for us.
I thought it was strange that the night nurse wasn't at our nurse's station.
Do you smell that?
I changed my socks. I swear.
Even the smell of the hospital was off. It didn't smell like a hospital. It smelled musty and old.
All right, well, our patient's in 314. Why don't we just grab her and go?
My partner and I went into the room 314. We found her sleeping in her bed. We heard a scream come from down this hallway. It was a really dark hallway. It was about maybe 100 feet from where we were standing. It was almost like a terrifying scream. At that time of night, you don't hear that kind of a wail coming from anybody, you know, unless they're in hurt or danger. So we backed up out of the room and we looked down the hall and we heard somebody ruffling about a couple doors down. We ran into the night nurse. She was really scattered and scared.
Are you okay?
There was something in there.
Tell me what happened.
She was floating above the patient, down the hall.
I was thinking that it's just a new nurse. She freaked herself out, that there's nothing that's going on here.
Okay, Mike will escort you back to the nurse's station.
As her partner comforts the nurse, Riley makes her way back to 314.
I could hear something coming out of room 314. This was kind of weird because the lady was sleeping. I could hear shuffling around the floor of her bed. It was not common for that to be heard because of the bed alarm that was underneath the patient would have went off if she got up, so I knew she wasn't out of bed.
Hello, hey.
It looked like an older woman that was standing there next to her. She had on, looked like what was an old hospital gown.
You're not supposed to be in here.
She turned around and hissed at me, and it really scared me.
I saw it. It's in room 314. We have to get the patient out of there now. Call security.
The phone.
There was no phone line.
Mike, this is Riley, over. We need to get the patient out of there.
Something came across my radio that I thought was interference because I couldn't make out what was being said.
Keep trying security. I'm going into the room.
I was looking for my partner, and he came running up the hallway.
I came to get you, and I saw something in the room.
Said that he walked past a room and he heard something moving in the room, and when he looked in there, he saw something floating next to a patient there too.
We have to grab her and go right now.
My partner and I looked, it looked like whatever it was, the spirit was trying to take the hand of the woman that was sleeping in the bed. My partner and I were standing in the doorway. The door slammed right in our face. It was like somebody on the other side was holding it closed. When I get scared, I just go into this second mode of survival skills that you have when you're faced with something like this. It's either fight or flight, and I was ready to fight. When I finally had a chance to open the door, it was like somebody unlocked it, and it just opened with ease. When we walked into the room, and it was a different feeling, a different vibe than it was like 30 seconds prior, we checked her pulse. We realized that she was no longer with us anymore. So I think the spirit that was there wanted to take her soul with it, wherever it was going.
This could be an entity whose job it was to escort the recently departed to the other side. The spirit might have appeared to be very malevolent because it had a job to do and wanted to do so without any distractions.
We finally got the phones working and the radios were working, so security came up and they opened up all the doors to the patients' rooms and checked every single patient's room on that floor and couldn't find anything. When we left that hospital, I was shaking. I had to take a moment to catch my breath, and I was shaking so bad. I will never go back there again to even deal with another patient. That I would send somebody else to go because I didn't want to experience that ever again. I had nightmares about it for quite some time. It took a long time to forget what I'd seen and what I heard and what I felt and what I smelled. It's just something that takes time to get over, time to accept, time for your brain to like mull through it to see what it can process and what it can't. The paranormal experiences will always stay with me. I have all these questions now that I didn't have before.
Utah's mountainous terrain is a popular destination for outdoor enthusiasts. But dangerous activities means a steady stream of patients at this small hospital. The hospital has recently hired 20-year-old pharmacy technician Devin Bean to help fill prescriptions.
It's rewarding in a way of like a sense of accomplishment, being able to be there for others. And for me, that's something that I've always loved doing. I've always loved listening and helping people.
12 years previous, Devin is a happy 8-year-old enjoying a games night with his family.
Yes.
I remember a family game night. I was 8 years old at the time.
Whoa. Oh my God.
All of a sudden, the light bulb came flying out of the lamp. It's physically impossible. My other siblings, they were a little bit older than me, and they were basically covered in mystery.
The bulb must have been loose. Maybe differential heat expansion.
Or it could have been a ghost.
No, sweetie, there's no such thing as ghosts.
My father was like, oh, ghosts don't exist, that stuff is all fake. And as soon as he was talking about that, the TV stand crashed.
It's okay.
It was truly terrifying. I remember my father looking at the TV stand in the glass in awe.
I'm gonna go get the broom.
He was like, okay, let's clean this up and go to sleep. Game night was just the first part of what was to come.
In certain cases, paranormal investigators will look for the presence of children. Children are emotional and hormonal cyclones of energy. And there is a theory that some opportunistic entities can latch onto that energy and use it for their own purposes. And when you have a family of children growing up like this, that's a lot of potential fuel for a haunting.
But game night was just the beginning.
One night, I remember going downstairs to get myself something to eat. We have this island in the middle of our kitchen, and I had left a gallon of milk on the island. The milk jug had been thrown from the island on the kitchen. I was like, oh, maybe it's just one of my siblings playing a prank on me.
Ben? Karen?
I remember walking around the corner and looking, and to my disbelief, there was nobody there. I was feeling scared and I didn't know what to do. I wanted to talk to my mother, but she was asleep. My body couldn't move. I wasn't able to scream for help. I remember hearing someone whisper my name in an evil tone. I see this tall, dark figure. Half of his face was burnt off. As soon as I saw his face, he was gone. The next morning, after seeing that and going through that, I felt crazy. I felt like no one could ever experience the exact same thing that I just saw.
Sweetie, what are you doing? What's wrong?
I saw something.
What, sweetie? What did you see?
I saw a man with a burnt face.
As soon as I said that, I remember seeing this stone look on her face.
Are you okay?
She, at that moment, looked terrified. She didn't know what to say.
What's wrong, Mom?
I'm okay, sweetie. But I saw something too, and I need to tell you.
She went on to tell me that when she gave birth to my older sister,
it's okay. I believe you.
I was feeling like maybe this thing has followed us since then. I was thinking maybe this thing has something that it wants from my family.
Don't be afraid, sweetie.
I was kind of in disbelief because it was just so crazy to me that this thing was real and it was no longer just what I thought was my imagination. It wasn't my mind playing tricks on me.
I'll protect you.
I felt my stomach drop because I knew that this thing was actually here. I knew things were about to get worse.
Until the birth of Devin's oldest sibling, there was no haunting associated with his family. But during that particular birth, Devin's mom saw the first sighting of this apparition. An apparition which had a severely burned face. Whether this entity was simply resident at the hospital for some reason and attached itself to Devin's mom is unknown. But one thing's for sure, after that night, he and his family would never be the same again.
12 years later, Devin is now working at the same hospital as a pharmacy technician. But the family is still struggling.
Over the years, I noticed that this negative dark entity had affected our lives and infested its way into our house. I remember coming home from a shift at work. There was this loud, like, booming sound. I remember hearing footsteps. And every time I would check, there was nothing there.
The dark presence is affecting Devin's family.
Me and my family had a lot of bad luck, from my dad getting injured at work to my mom having a lot of health issues. I started getting bad anxiety. Ended up being diagnosed with depression. I knew everything was connected to whatever this thing was. I was angry because at this point it was affecting my entire life. I remember thinking to myself that I have to find out what's going on. I have to find this entity and find its roots and get more information.
Driven to the breaking point, Devin takes matters into his own hands by returning to the very hospital room that is the source of his family's distress.
I found out the exact room my mom had given birth at. I was determined to go in there and get answers.
Who are you? What do you want?
I heard nothing. But then I reviewed it.
Who are you?
After asking for its name, I got in a deep, dark voice saying, "The Guardian."
What do you want?
Again, in the same voice, "We all have a favorite here." And that to me was like mind-blowing and shocking. Felt like it picked my mom and then eventually led itself into my entire family.
Get the hell out of our lives. You won't show yourself because you're not even real.
I regretted my decision to say that.
Returning home after work that night, Devin discovers that the dark entity has met his challenge.
The whole house is on fire. My father was at work. I knew I had to get my mother and my siblings out of the house. I told my mom, "We need to get you out of here," and I grabbed her portable oxygen tank and helped her out and had my sister follow. But my little brother wasn't outside with us.
Luis! 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 Hey, wake up! Luis, get up.
How can he be asleep?
Luis, get up. Get up! Get up!
I felt like everything in the world had stopped. I felt like my heartbeat stopped.
Luis, get up. Get up now.
I have never experienced that type of fear in my life. I saw the shadow man in the flames. I felt like everything was moving in slow motion. Finally, I just had to smack him in his face to wake him up.
Come on, Luis. Let's go. We gotta get out of here.
And I remember seeing him smile. I remember seeing him disappear and fade into the flames.
With Devin having confronted the burned man on his home turf, now the burned man pushes back. He's going to deal with Devin and his family in their safe place, their own home, by burning it down around their ears. Devin and his family are terrified, their lives are threatened. One can only imagine that the burned man is loving every minute of this, is loving all of the fear, all of the terror, all of the commotion. And they are lucky to escape from this inferno with their lives.
I had this feeling of sadness and dread as we were standing on our front lawn, watching my house being burnt down and all of our personal belongings being destroyed in this fire. But at the same time, I felt relieved because we all escaped without any harm, no damage to our lungs from the smoke, nothing like that. I still am amazed. I think with the fire happening, that's something that this entity did. I feel like that was his plan, and he wanted people inside there. Like, I felt like he wanted bloodshed. But after the house fire, I have not seen this entity. I haven't had any occurrences with him. It was like that weight that was on my shoulders with the depression and the anxiety. It was like years of that was lifted off of my shoulders.
As tragic as this fire was, with Devin and his family losing everything, all of their possessions, all of their sentimental items, and their very home itself, there is one small ray of light. They are at last free of the burned man's malign influence, and they can start their lives over in peace.
This has changed my life. I feel for the better. It has made me appreciate the little things in life. Appreciate my family a lot more and love them even more. It made me realize that family is something you can't put a price on, and something that will always be there for you.
The people hit hardest by the COVID-19 pandemic are the elderly and those in long-term care.
COVID infection rates are on the rise.
The East Coast of America has been slammed by a tidal wave of COVID.
EMT and firefighter Jamie Adams has just heard a call to duty.
The COVID pandemic had hit, and the governor in my state had put out a request for medical volunteers. Anybody that has any medical training, I really wanted to help, not sit back and watch the news every day.
Room 17, she needs to be flipped onto her other side.
Got it.
And I just checked 13 and 15, they're respirators.
I was placed in a long-term living facility.
No, take care of that. The other stuff later.
I was just overwhelmed. We started losing residents.
By her third week on the job, Jamie was exhausted.
One night, we finally had a couple minutes to sit. And I remember putting my head down. I saw out of the corners of my eyes at first these shadows. I'm thinking it's got to be the shield. So I take my shield off because is it playing tricks on my eyes? I'm seeing shadows at both ends of the halls.
What's going on?
Can you see that?
I'll go this way, and you.
Yep.
There's got to be a reason for it. So I go down to the other end of the hall. She's watching one way, I'm watching the other. I can hear footsteps behind me.
Did you hear that?
Now I'm starting to get scared. We hear this very loud scream that was female that says, "Help me," and it was very clear. We're walking down the hallway and physically checking every single room.
They check one final room. Even though Jamie's coworker recalls the room's patient having passed away recently.
She passed.
That scream wasn't a patient. That was in this room. There's nothing. There's nobody there.
When we start to take a look at the relationship between paranormal activity and this phenomenon of pandemics, we do see an increase in paranormal activity or reports during this time. We've got a situation where people are in a heightened state of fear. They're panicked, they're worried. Energy cannot be created or destroyed, and thought energy is energy. So we've got this sort of domino effect of people that are putting and pumping out this fear, this panic, this illness and upset and depression all into the environment.
Jamie starts to question her own sanity.
I was now starting to figure out that we aren't alone on this ward.
That was not, explainable.
Oh, I know.
It's
haunted? I know. I've seen all kind of stuff here.
The nurse that I was with, she's like, "Oh, I see stuff in here all the time."
The next day, things were only about to get stranger for Jamie.
We had a couple that was brought in. They both had tested positive for COVID, and they were at a very end room. And they were in their room together. He was a very big man. That gentleman was actively dying.
I'm sorry.
We asked his wife, "Would you like to say goodbye? Would you like to sit and hold his hand? We can move your beds together." We gave her different options.
Just let me know when it happens.
And she rolls over and goes to sleep. And the nurse and I look at each other like, what? So we had finally just pulled the curtain because she made it clear that she didn't want any part of it. I had to take care of another resident. I was gone maybe 5 or 10 minutes, and in that time frame, he had passed.
What do you think?
Should we wake her up and tell her?
And the nurse and I will just let her sleep because she really has wanted no part of this. So we quietly remove the bed with his body out of there so that she's not in the same room. And it was later on that I found out that this was a very different kind of a marriage. It was almost like a love-hate thing. And they did not have a real loving relationship that the nurses had ever seen or witnessed. It was just this huge, toxic dynamic.
Later that night, Jamie and her coworker are at the nurse's station.
And the wife comes walking out to the nurse's station.
Hey, how you doing tonight?
I had COVID. What do you think?
Okay.
She took a nasty fall. She went down so hard, it looked like somebody pushed her. She had multiple fractures. All my hair was standing up on end. I was in complete shock. I saw a black shadow. You could tell by the size it was him. Her husband pushed her.
Amy? Amy?
I was in complete shock.
After her patient's accident, an air of darkness started to take over the ward.
I just felt like this depression had come over that unit. You walk off the wing, it felt different. And you walk back into the wing, and it's like this oppressive just weight on you. And it just got worse and worse and worse because you're dealing with death every single day.
Jamie fights through the dark shroud of death hanging over the unit and focuses on comforting her patients.
And these people, they can't have family come in. They can't have friends come in. So they're gonna die alone. We are the last touch that they're gonna feel. So I'm sitting with this one resident and talking to him, holding his hand, and I've got my head down and I'm saying a prayer. I'm just asking that he goes quickly and peacefully. I'm feeling the hairs on the back of my neck stand up. I just feel like this charging of the room. It wasn't anything that freaked me out, it was comforting. I've got goosebumps now just talking about it. I honestly think that it's former residents, and they're all coming into his room to say, "We're here with you."
The next day, things started to change.
We came into work. We weren't losing any more residents. I wasn't seeing any more death.
Hey, how's it going?
Actually, not bad.
Well, today's my last day.
Yeah.
It was really nice working with you.
Yeah. Until next time.
And I just keep going back to all of the energy changes that I felt throughout the time. I experienced such a wide range of emotions, and some were so intense. Being scared because we don't know what's going to happen with these people, and feeling completely at peace when things were finally starting to get better. It was almost like these spirits knew this COVID pandemic was going on. I think that they were there to take care of people when nobody else could.
Hello, xin chào tất cả các bạn. Chào mừng tất cả các bạn đã quay trở lại với kênh của mình nhé. Hôm nay mình sẽ tô bức tranh chú bướm 7 màu này nhé. Chốc nó thằng, chốc nó cụ đô để bạn lại sao lắm bướm. Cụ đô là bạn sao lắm bướm thế, bướm không nắm tên.
Bướm Indonesia, bướm Campuchia, bướm Lào. Đấy, nắm tên.
Đã thế rồi cứ. Nó cười thối mũi.
Nó cười thì khán giả cũng được cười.
Khán giả và sao lại bướm đôi Indonesia nên là
Bướm Ấn Độ, bướm Campuchia.
bướm Campuchia. Này cái chị Hằng đấy mà làm giáo viên dạy nhà trẻ chắc suốt ngày cô nuôi dạy khổ quá thôi, quá có cháu.
Cô chưa kịp đi kiếm con phải sợ lắm.
Dạ.
Lừa.
Bà đây bà bảo là bà 95 đấy. Sinh năm 95.
Chúc cô chưa cưới.
Chưa.
Cưới này.
Thế nào cưới thì phải nào anh trở ra ăn cũ.
Ai đã cưới rồi?
Chưa.
Con em mới lấy chồng không ai. Bà chuẩn bị cưới mà.
Con em nên mua hoa các bạn.
Bà chuẩn bị cưới chồng không ăn, lấy chồng không ăn.
Thế mà cái bà Hằng đấy đã có chồng đâu? Bà Hằng thì chưa có chồng sao chứ?
Ngày xưa là ở ba mẹ con ở cái nhà trọ.
Sao chị biết?
Anh kể.
Thế không có tiếng không? Thế bà Hằng không có chồng?
Chồng đó.
Áo đẹp.
Anh chế tạo các đẹp. Anh chế mua áo đẹp đấy.
Rồi, em nhiều không? Đây rồi đấy.
Quanh chân.
Cô rất lạnh về rồi.
Đi cất xe thôi.
Về trước bao nhiêu? Có được xe đấy. Đúng lắm tạm nhỉ. Đây nó chạy ra. Đúng lắm tiếp được. Đúng lắm. Anh.
Nhanh thế, đã tận ba rồi.
Tầm 50 điện thoại này. Chỗ này thế này. Bác Công chưa? Bác Công vừa có hỏi em đến đâu.
Hỏi đi.
Chào anh Công chưa? Bác Công. Dạ. Thôi biết, thôi bác đi về. Xuống em nha.
Anh vừa lấy đúng không?
Lại bắt đầu. Bà này nói linh tinh bắt đầu.
Trên.
Bắt đầu nói linh tinh. Bác con chị mấy nhỉ?
Ba.
Chị ngót hơn em 10 tuổi.
Mấy tuổi á?
Em mong tuổi.
Rác. Được.
Em mong Mỹ. Chán 11 tuổi.
Chán sao? Đời nữa lấy em 20 tuổi. Già không chịu.
Bắt đầu nói linh tinh ấy.
Dạ.
Sao không dùng bác cậu để gọi đi? Hả? Sao không dùng bác cậu để gọi đi?
Lấy ai? Lấy ai thử?
97 tuổi. Bác cậu mà cho ra vào cũng không thèm. Đi rồi. Bác cậu lại cho qua tao cũng không thèm. Chúng mày đi nán ghép tao đi tìm ngay. Con này từ nay về cái đơn đuổi. Về đuổi. Có ra chuối đuổi. Cười. 97 cân em Trinh.
Không sợ đi lâu.
Mình sẽ kết thúc video tại đây nha. Cảm ơn các bạn đã xem video của mình. Hello, xin chào tất cả các bạn. Chào mừng tất cả các bạn đã quay trở lại với kênh của mình nhé. Hôm nay mình sẽ tiếp tục tô bức tranh chú bướm 7 màu này nhé. Tím em sàn vào cái này là 18%. Không có nói hết. Cái này thì chặt vào nó không nhận đâu. Anh nên cầm cái sạc khác đi. Nên đổi cái sạc khác đi. Thế thì tí em xài cái máy này nên lấy cái sạc khác đi. Tìm sạc khác đi. Cái dạng hát nóng vậy. Tuấn. Sẽ kết thúc video tại đây nhé. Hẹn mọi người vào những video tiếp theo của mình nha. Xin chào tất cả các bạn nha. Chào mừng các bạn đã đến với kênh của mình. Hôm nay của mình hoàn thành nốt bức tranh hàng dừa xanh này nha. Còn nhưng mà tên muốn đảo đi, lúc đầu không đảo đi. Chả đảo tôi hiểu rồi, đáng nghĩa là phải lẫn lộn đi, kia toàn nhiều con vật là nhiều con vật quá. Kia toàn nhiều con vật quá, bướm với lại người. Thế nên lúc nãy em bảo là làm bướm nhiều.
Để bác công đỡ hơi lâu. Vừa vặn làm các anh đi sai cổ. Đưa cả anh. Anh nhà cô Dung qua
Mình lấy chồng đúng. Thế là nó cứ vất quan cho cô Dung khỏe. Cô Dung nhìn thế là đang chịu bà rồi. Patrick á. Là cái Huyền cái nhìn trắng xinh gái phết đấy nhỉ. Sẽ kết thúc video tại đây nha. Cảm ơn các bạn đã xem video. Hello, xin chào tất cả các bạn. Chào mừng tất cả các bạn đã quay trở lại với kênh của mình nhé. Hôm nay mình sẽ tiếp tục tô bức tranh bướm 7 màu này nhé. sẽ không đi được. Vì đi ra nhà bà, đi mua đồ với lại bà Dinh, chuẩn bị hôm qua thì mua bát hương rồi. Em có một cái này là khỏi luôn.
Lại đâm đầu vào cửa.
Ai?
Say nắng.
Anh đang về học anh về.
Mình đã hoàn thành xong bức tranh này rồi nha. Cảm ơn mọi người đã theo dõi video của mình nha.
Ui giời, đây đang ngồi chờ đây, gọi bấm tận. Lên đi thôi. Để nó mở ra.
Bà này thiếu đá đã chết. Khổ thật. Đen xí cứ để cho nó chạy, đừng ấn vô. Hả?
Vẫn được.
Ừ. Để cho nó chạy, đừng thoát ra là được.
Cảm ơn.
sẽ kết thúc video tại đây nha. Cảm ơn các bạn đã xem video của mình.